Hi guys, so in this video I want to show you how you can start and monetize a blog. Okay, and this is simply like an introduction, like a beginner's guide to guide you to how you can start, right from the beginning, and basic thing that you need to know, and that will guide your decision. Okay, so first thing is, let's start with what is blogging. So well, I'm not picking any definition from anywhere, so I'm just say this based on my understanding. So blogging is making content available on websites so that users can always come and know more about a particular information. So it could be on a topic, latest happening, events, or maybe any subject matter. So you have that, and it's always on websites. So that's what it's all about: making content available for readers or for your audience on your website. Okay. So we look at the platform to choose for your blogging. We have WordPress. WordPress is like, so now this is not wordpress.com. WordPress is different from wordpress.org. So I'm talking about wordpress.org. So which is a platform that you can start your blog on. So we have the WordPress, we have Medium, we have Wix, we have Blogger, Ashnode, DevTool. So I included Ashnode and DevTool because people hardly know them, and so they are basically for people that are into programming, coding. So they use this majorly. But for WordPress, Medium, Wix, Blogger, you can just start your blog on this site and you are good to go. We have other ones also, like Squarespace and all. So, but these are the ones that you can also know, and if you want to know other ones, you can just make a research. So but for personally, I think I'll go with WordPress, for because of ease of use anyway. So because it gives you option, to set up the website is quite easy to use plugins. I mean, there are some plugins that you will need as you want to scale your website that um other website don't, I mean, other platform don't give you that option. So you can just use your WordPress. So then if you also don't want to use maybe other people's platform, you can just hire a developer, or maybe if you're a developer yourself, you can just set up your own websites, by creating your website right from the scratch. But if you're not really the code guy, please use any of these options here. Okay, so the next thing is to choose your niche. Okay, so what are the top niches that we have? Okay, so we have personal finance, where I talked about how to make money, how to um how to save, just about finances. So if you know a little about financing, you can just pick this particular niche, and you will do well in that area. Okay, so although it's a bit competitive, but you just stick to a particular niche in that finance. So it could be something on maybe student loan, it could be something on personal investments. So but don't be too broad. Okay, try and narrow down what you want to talk about in this particular niche. So we have the health, fitness, and well-being. As the title suggests, you talk about fitness, about health. So don't be too general. So it could be, it could even, so cause something micro niche is when narrow down your niche. So let's say in health, for example, you can talk about men's health. Even on that men's health, you can still talk about a particular aspect of men's health. Maybe um, men's beard, or maybe how to shave, something that to do with maybe men beard, and including their shaving cream and all. So you can pick that niche. It could be maybe their health, you can, for female, you can go with maybe um, skincare. So not generally health, maybe not generally women health. So you can just narrow it down to like maybe skincare, to maintaining your hair care and all. So don't be too general. So that's how you do well in this niche. So for dating and relationships, if you are good at maybe giving people advice, or maybe know a little about dating and relationships, you can just pick this site and write a lot on it. So for food and drink, if that's your area. For education, so you can also do an education, where you give people tips on scholarship, how to save for maybe scholarship or to study abroad, so in that particular niche. And it's also a good niche if you know what you are doing and you can come up with original content of yours. So we have travel. So if you love traveling, write about your traveling experience. We have video gaming. Okay, so if you love video, just write about your video. We have parenting. So where you give people about tips on parenting, how to train your child and all, how to save for maybe children, skill fees and all. So we have marketing and online business. So if you want to teach people how to start a business online, how to market their business, how to all in that area, so you can pick this niche. And for technology is broad. So it could be on cryptocurrency, blockchain. In fact, we are the age of AI now, so we could talk about AI. I mean, I can remember when AI came. Like, I mean, it has been around, but when it became more popular, towards the end of last year, that was 2022, around December, we have a lot of people starting and launching sites focused on AI. So that can also be your plan. So you can just pick a niche on technology. It could be gadgets. You want to talk about gadgets, about latest phones. You want to talk about camera. You want to talk about um just a lot of things. It could be laptops, anything. So just narrow it down. Don't be the general guy that talks about everything. So just pick a niche. So that's how you will excel in this area of blogging. So then you choose your name. Okay, so after you pick the niche, so you can just pick a name that goes with that niche. So don't just pick something that's strange or maybe totally different from the niche that you've chosen. Okay, let's say you pick something on let's say cryptocurrency. You can just pick a name like crypto blogger, crypto guru. Um, so it could be something. Just make sure it's something related to that crypto anyway. So or maybe something around um maybe let's say something around education. So you can just say college and college um tips, something close. So you just be creative in choosing your names anyway. So and after you pick a particular name, just make sure you are making your research on any of these sites I listed here. And I showed you how you can do that anyways, on Namecheap. So you can just I did that in another video. So you can just check how, if these names are available, and if not, you can also style it up or maybe go for another name and just keep doing that. So after a name, pick a host. So host is okay, let's say for example you have a you want to build a house. Okay, I'm using for an example to do that. So let's say okay, now your house is like the name. So the land you are building your house on is the host. So host is like, after you pick a name, this is where every information about your website, the files and everything will be saved on. So you can just pick any of these ones, and there are different prices for them. Okay, so just I did that in another video, and you can just check it up. So step 4 is to set up and optimize your blog. So and you start that by choosing a template. Which blog template do you want to use. There are different templates you can use. So there are different themes. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. So you can just pick any of those ones. And after that, create your important pages. Like about us. About us is when you tell people about what your company or your website is all about. So people don't get confused when they visit. They can, once they click on about us, they should at a glance know what your site is all about. Once they read what you wrote there. For the contact page, we have people that want to maybe contact you maybe for promotion, and so they want to know more. So you just put that there. So we have privacy policy, where you let people know about the information you are collecting from them. So it could be let them be aware that your site uses cookies. Maybe you want to collect their names in the comment section. So whatever it is that you get from them as they visit your website, state it under the privacy policy and let them know what you intend to use this information for. Okay, so be very clear in that area. Okay, and we have get, so the next thing is to get indexed on search engine. So that the reason why you have this, so that you your site becomes discoverable on search engine. Okay, so I mean, once Google is crawling sites, it can easily pick your website. So make sure you submit your site map to to Google Console, and once you have that, Google Search Console. So once you have that, you can easily um, pick your site, so it won't get missed in, or maybe you won't just have like a dead site that people don't visit. So you can't afford to lose that. So create your logo, and so something that speak about your brand. Okay, so create step 5 to create a posting schedule and be consistent. So that's step 5. So because one thing about um sorry, I think I missed something up. So for step 5, create a posting schedule and be consistent. The only thing that can keep you going is your consistency. So we have a lot of bloggers that have started blogging and they've run out. When maybe what they intend to have, which is money, they didn't start making that on time, and be like, oh, will I keep doing this? So the point is, once you are doing the right thing, nothing stops you from earning. Okay, so don't start. Blogging is not a quick rich scheme, so I should warn you about that. So, but once you are doing the right thing, I mean, the first 6 months you'll be able to see some good results. Okay, so but just the main thing is make sure you have don't relax. Okay, so make sure you release content at least minimum of 3 contents per week, quality content, and maybe a minimum of 750 words, for example, for a start, or 800 words for a start, minimum. Okay, and make sure that these words are quality content. I mean, and don't just pick other people's work and rephrase or something. Be original. Okay, and in due time, start seeing results. So make sure you are consistent. Okay, so create your post, and um, make sure you can also optimize your post, by adding links to where you got the information from and all. So but make sure that you keep posting, don't stop that. So the other thing is to promote your blog. So there's no point having a site that people don't know about. So that means you need to share your content, let people know about your site. So you can share it on your social media. Okay, so and you can just start building audience already on social media. Okay, now to let them know this is your site, and they can read more about a particular you can just pick a particular topic on to talk about, then for them to read more they can just visit your website. So you can also write for similar sites, so from there you can get back links, that is those sites when they refer back to your site, so you can just use that opportunity. So just look for people in your niche, and of course that they have high authority. When I say authority, I'm talking about blog authority. Okay, domain authority. So you can just pick those sites, check them out, and use that to your advantage. So just you can always write to their email, contact them, and request to write for them. Some of them will reply, but some will reply. You can just write for them and start building backlinks, and back to your site. So reach out to an existing community. So there are people in that niche that want to, maybe they always talk about that particular niche you are into, so you can just reach out to them, join them, and share your contents there. Okay, and apart from that, there are also blog communities that you can use. Blog communities, I mean, sorry, blogger communities, I mean, you have them on Facebook. Okay, I'm into some of them, and so you can just search Facebook. There's a particular one by Koji Aguda. That guy is he has been a blessing to some of the bloggers in Nigeria. So you can just search he has this Facebook group. You know, as I'm making this video now, you just present something this morning that you want to create a Telegram group as well. So I'm on his Facebook group, I'm on his WhatsApp. So you can just search him. So I think it's WordPress for beginners, or bloggers in Nigeria. So we can just search him on Facebook. Is there, and so I can say that because I've benefited from that group a lot. So it's something I can recommend. So also create a blog newsletter to promote your blog. So once you have people that um, you have a email list, you can always send your blog to once you release your content. So once people visit your website, always ask them to, after reading the page or the post, always ask them to like subscribe. Okay, or something, you can just have something like a pop-up um, option, okay, so that people can subscribe for your newsletter, and once they do, you can only send it to them once you publish a new blog post. And for paid ads, you can also invest on paid ads to get traffic. If you're just starting, you need this. Even for the established sites, some of them are still doing paid ads. So if you have the budget, okay, you can run this and go through this lane. Okay. So the last the last stage, or let me say the second to the last stage, is the monetization of your blog. So we have different ads networks you can use. We have AdSense. AdSense is by Google. Okay, we have Exoic. We have Astera. So this site is you do well when you have traffic. Okay, so once you have traffic, because what I've come to realize is that it's not really about having them approve your site. For example, now AdSense takes time to approve your site. It's difficult for some people to get them to approve their site. Okay, but once they approve your site, the next race to start running is to have people to, or I'm sorry, to have something tangible to earn from the from them. Okay, so that means you need to, even before you start thinking about the monetization, make sure you have quality traffic each month. Okay, after that, so then you can just go ahead and monetize. Okay, so by applying for any of these ad networks, so Adstera, Zoic, AdSense. So another way you can monetize is affiliate marketing. So maybe you are products can market on your site that belongs to other company. You can do that. So it's like, let's say for example, you're talking about maybe health products or maybe about gadgets. So after seeing the benefits and all, you can just give a link to the sites where they can get it from. And some of those sites offer commission based on the referral they get from you. When those people make purchase on their own site, so then you have your commission. So example is Amazon. You can just use their partnership program and you earn from them. So you can also advertise within your blog. You can have people to um, advertise their stuff on your site. You can just create like a banner and you can put that on your site. Okay, so you charge. I think a good site, for example, that I use for that is Nairaland. Nairaland, they only depend on AdSense. They have their own banner ads that they have people to pay for. Okay, and they have that on their site. So you can also use that method to make money. Okay, and you can just reach out to people that might be interested in your site and tell them about your site, and how much you charge them to place the adverts on your site. So for paid subscriptions, people, you can ask people to pay for, let's say you have some exclusive content, okay, that you don't just make available to general audience. So you can just ask them to pay for that or for those content. So we have some sites that are doing that. I think TechCrunch, yes. So there's some, if you know TechCrunch is a blog for it's tech blog actually. Okay, not Nigeria tech blogs, it's US tech blog. So there's some content that you pay for. Not just them, you have other sites like that they make those content available for their subscribers, paid subscribers anyways. So they are not general topics. So it's a big topic that people really want to know about, like maybe an in-depth research about something. So you make those content available for people that have subscribed to know about it. So we have sponsor content. People can want to sponsor their content on your site. Maybe let's say for example you're into tech blog, and we have a site, a company that is just releasing their products. So they want people to know about it, and so they can just reach out to bloggers and ask them to write articles on it, so that their audience can read about those about their service on your site. So that's for sponsored content. So you can also sell ebooks and merchandise. So maybe you have your personal ebooks you're selling, or you have your personal products, you can sell it on your site. And also maybe you can, let's say you are into you have a service to offer, you can just put that also on your site. So those are the ways by which you can monetize your blog. Then for this last stage, use the important tools you can use. So you can use keyword search tools, because it's not just about writing content. Make sure that those contents will be the one that will rank. So you won't end up creating content that nobody will read, or maybe very few people will read. So that means you have to sit down, make research, and um, using keyword search too. Okay, so we have some of them out there. We have Google Keyword Planner. That's cheap. I'm sorry, that's free for you to use. So they also have that one like SEMrush. Um, SEMrush is you can have the free trial before you pay for the for um for their for their main tool. So we have other ones like that, like Uber Suggest. We have Ahrefs. Okay, so they are nice tools that you can just try out for your keyword research. We also have Canva. Canva is what I use personally to create my some of my for my YouTube, for example. I used to create thumbnail, and for my blog post I used to create my featured post. Like, so if I want to style it up and all, I use Canva for that. Then for Grammarly, um you can't be above errors, so there are chances that you make errors while typing your content. So you can just have the Grammarly extension, or your Chrome extension, and once you are typing, you can always autocorrect, or sorry, you can always check the grammar for you, and you can pick that and make correction. Just SEO, I showed you in the video that I made about setting up your blog, and it lets you to optimize your articles, your content for search engine. The Google Analytics lets you to track um, behaviors, to track the number of people on your site, to track how they're interacting with your site. You just know their movement and all. So that's Google Analytics. So there's a way to set it up. So it's quite easy as well. And so these are the important tools you can use as a beginner, and to have your site start running. So basically that's how you can start and monetize your blog. Thank you for watching.